Good morning. It's Ada Sparks here and Elliot with a word of hope. And as we get closer to Easter this weekend, I'm thinking about the words that Jesus spoke. It also came up in a story I was reading in the Old Testament this morning, and it's talking about God's will. You know, we find Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane just days before, well, actually moments, hours before his crucifixion. And he's praying a very difficult prayer. And he says, Lord, let this cup pass from me, but ultimately, your will be done. Thy will be done. That's the phrase that we hear over and over. And we see that same phrase in the New Testament whenever he was teaching his disciples how to pray. We learn that prayer as just children. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And we find that same phrase in that prayer. Thy will be done. What does that mean? Thy will be done. We're asking him, Lord, I want your will in my life, not my will. That means when I come into this prayer time with you, Lord, I'm not just going to give you my laundry list of what I need you to do. I'm not going to tell you this is exactly how I want this answered. And hey, I'm guilty. Anybody else out there guilty of this? I think we all are. I've come to the Lord many times and said, okay, here's some suggestions. I've got some great suggestions laid out. Here's a plan A, here's a plan B. I got even a C, D, E, F, and G. You can choose from any of these, Lord. I have prayed many prayers with boundaries. Lord, I'll do anything but this. I'll go anywhere but here. And I can speak from experience and say, those prayers don't work out very well. What I've learned in life is to pray, thy will be done. Because his plans are so much greater than anything that we can come up with. It doesn't mean we're not going to go through some difficult times. Jesus himself, wow, he went through the worst. But he went through the worst for us. He went through the worst for you. He went through the worst for me. And ultimately, what would we be? Why would we be if he had not done that? So I challenge you to pray that. Lord, whatever it's going to be, it may be terrible, but your will be done, because in the end, it's going to be what's best. Let's pray that. Be wise, not afraid. I'll see you tomorrow with a word of hope. God bless.